Hey friends, welcome back to my studio. I am so happy you're here. I just love hanging out with you guys. And I appreciate your support and your comments. It's just a lot of fun for me. Today I want to do a bird painting, or birds. I forgot to have it open on my iPad. Okay, come on iPad. It's on a 15 by 30 inch canvas, gallery wrapped canvas from Michaels. It's 1.5 inches thick. I've already written the word love on it in kind of a light yellow, brownish yellow color. Oh, here, if you want to see. They're nice canvases. I really like them. So I put several reference photos together in Photoshop. Oh, that is bad glare. Oh, sorry guys. I think it's coming from... well, you get the idea. Oh, actually, that's a little better if I get it closer. So I found several birds and put them together in Photoshop. And I'm thinking a yellowy, really light background. I just kind of want to, I don't want white, but I want a light background, maybe some kind of warm yellowish and some grays. We'll see how it works. I've already mixed my colors. So I put out a Naples yellow, because I wanted a muted yellow. And then this was Hansa Yellow Light from Golden. All the other colors are from Liquitex, but I've had this Hansa Yellow Light from Golden that I just haven't been using. So I thought I would use it. And I put in just a smidge of burnt umber in here and a little more than a smidge of quinacridone to make it a little bit more orange, because I want it more orange than the Naples Yellow. And then this is Neutral Gray 5, and then a bunch of titanium white right there. And then I'm going to use just an inexpensive 1-inch or 2-inch brush from Blick Art Materials. I really like it. They're just simple, cheap brushes, but they move the paint really well, and they're good for painting the background. So I'm going to get this painted, and then I'll be back in a bit. Hey, just a couple thoughts. So I was looking at it in my phone and I'm not sure I like it. But when I look at it in person, I really like it. And usually it's the other way around, because the video smooths it out. I don't know if I could pick it up. I might be able to. Give you a look here. So I'm just kind of going lighter at the bottom. I'll just show you one side here, and then darker at the top. And then I switched to a 1-inch brush from that 2-inch brush, just to, I don't know, give it a little bit smaller brush stroke, a little bit more detail. And also I want it to kind of be like, either like a bug zipping by or a breeze is blowing a little bit. I'm gonna call it chatting online, so it's kind of like, you know, a little busyness of a bunch of birds chatting. I went through, gosh, 4 or 5 puddles of white, just putting it on there. Oh, and here I used this 1-inch brush for the grays, and this 1-inch brush for the yellows, so then I didn't, because I don't know if you can see here, it looks a little green. When I mix the gray and that sort of brownish, orangish yellow, it made a little green, which is okay. I just didn't want too much of that. I've got a little green right there too. Okay, so I'm gonna let this dry overnight, see what I think of it, and I'll be back in a bit. hey, I thought I'd stop and talk about what my thoughts are, what I'm thinking about this painting. So all these birds are from, I think, Unsplash and Pixabay, and I put them together in Photoshop. And they all have a little bit different lighting. So I'm going to have my light coming from the top left. But I am going to follow, so basically I'm going to follow the lighting on this Cardinal. If you can see it, I'm getting some glare. And then I'm going to have to remember when I get over here to the robin, the beak's good, but I'm going to want more lighting on the left side. This one's pretty just muted lighting. It actually works for the chickadee. And I'll have to flip it a little bit for the blue jay. So I'll have to remind myself. I might even put in some whites. After I put in some of these darks, I might put in some whites just to remind me on each bird so I don't forget. Okay, so that's one of my thoughts. The other thought is I took my background palette and I put some ultramarine blue on it because that'll work well for the blue jay. It's a slightly more purple blue. I mixed it with some quinacridone, and then I put in some yellow and some gray to make this dark sort of muted, I don't know what color that is, muted purple gray. And then I made a medium muted purple gray, and I've been playing with it. And so I drew in my wire that the birds are standing on, or I painted it in, with this medium purple gray, and it actually dried a bit darker. So that's okay. That's all right. And then I thought, well, one way to unify this painting, excuse me guys, is to have the shadows be the purple grays. And that'll work in all the birds, even the robin. Purple and shadows almost always work. Just, you could almost call that a rule of thumb. Of course, watch somebody be able to prove me wrong as soon as I say something like that. Oh, I got a little mark up there. Need to wash off. What else do I want to tell you? I think that's about it. I just wanted to tell you what colors I'm using, what I'm thinking. Oh, I'm using purple because it's the complement of this yellow looks quite yellow, even though it's muted. We talked about that a little bit earlier in this video, but I'm thinking the purple being the complement of yellow will make the painting look a little more yummy. We'll find out when we get there. You never know as you go along. Okay, guys, that's what I'm thinking. I'll paint a bit, and then I'll be back. Hey guys, I thought we would chat a minute. So some of the things that I'm thinking is I ended up adding more purple in here in the shadow area, which isn't done because I had more in here in the robin and I really liked it. So I'm just thinking of, and then there's some darker purple here. I'm just thinking of sort of balancing my shadows, painting the entire painting at once kind of a thing. Of course, when I say that, I might even finish this Cardinal before I finish everything else. It's just kind of do what works for you, but some of the things I'm thinking is that one way to unify all these birds that are different colors is to use the same colors in the shadows. There, I said it a little bit better. What else? Oh, I'm painting tight right now, which I tend to lean towards tight, meaning realistic, accurate, smaller brushes, smaller brush strokes. But I think it's important to get the structure down because you can always loosen it up later. I've been doing that more with the cow videos lately, where I get fairly tight, and then I'll even have like maybe too many brush strokes and I'll paint some out, or I'll put in some fun ones, and you kind of play with a little bit more painterly, looser look. So loose doesn't mean sloppy, it just means more confident, more relaxed. And sometimes that just takes time. Kind of like I played sports as a kid and as a young adult. It's kind of like standing on the free throw line and shooting free throw after free throw after free throw. Doesn't mean you're not going to miss, some. But after a while, instead of missing, 75% of them, you're making 75% of them. So that's part of the fun of practicing and painting again. And that also leads to confidence, all that repetition. Okay, hopefully that wasn't too soapboxy. I thought you might want to take a closer look, so I move the camera back so I can hold this, just so you can kind of see what I'm doing. So kind of purple grays. There's some of that makes that look more wine color when I have such a muted gray, blue, purple there. And then really there isn't that color in the back side of that wing, but I think it's kind of yummy. But we'll see if I like it when we get done. And then the ultramarine is working really well to gray out for the cedar waxwing, this one. And then the chickadee. So their eyes are done. Well, not done, sorry. Their eyes are in, but they're not done. None of them have highlights. I'm not, completely satisfied with them or anything like that. I'm just kind of getting them in there, getting the structure in there. Okay, now I don't know if I'm aiming very well because I'm leaning way off to the left. I think I chuckle every video. Yeah, like their feet aren't done. I'm just kind of getting them in there. I think I want the wire lighter. All right, let's see if I can get the Cardinal in here. I don't know if I'm going to be able to see it and aim it. So right now I'm working on structure. I'm thinking, cool, what colors are in my shadows? Kind of unifying the painting, even though it doesn't need that much unifying really. But I kind of like having the same colors in the shadows. It's a pretty simple painting design because I have birds lined up. But one thing I did do is this bird's looking this way, even though this bird's looking this way, this bird and that wave keeps you in. It's like a stop. And then this bird's kind of looking up at that one. I think I've painted this chickadee before. You can find it on my YouTube channel. I think that's just a funny pose. I think I called it my good side. The cedar waxwing is kind of looking this way, and then the robin keeps you in on this side. And then I've also got a little bit of this going on. So that's kind of fun. Oh, let's talk about what colors I'm going to use now. So I'm saving my other palette, which I was calling my background palette. And now I've got out quinacridone magenta, titanium white, cad yellow medium hue. Here, I call this one cad yellow medium hue. The rest are heavy body. Oh, that is ultramarine. For a second I thought I grabbed the wrong one. Ultramarine blue. So that's a good blue for blue jays. But I might mix it with a little bit of yellow to get some brighter blues or a little greener blues, just to make them pop a little bit more. Did I say titanium white? And I put out Mars black, which might be dangerous because I wasn't using black in my shadows. So we'll see if that was a good idea or not. Okay, is there anything else? I think I'll get back to painting and I'll pop back in a bit. thought I'd pop in and let you know what I'm up to. So I'm gonna grab my palette. I set it on the floor. I put some bright aqua green out on my palette, and then I mixed it with ultramarine blue right here, because I'm thinking there's a little bit of bright blue right here that I want to pop out on this blue jay. I'm gonna paint it mostly with ultramarine blue and some grays. I've got some purples in there already. But I want those little bits. Here, maybe I can show you. I want those little bits to stand out. Here, I don't know how bad it's gonna look on video, but right there on the wing, oh, you really can't, you can kind of see it. I'm trying to, like, the head's a little bit more purple and the wing's a little bit more blue. So I'm probably gonna exaggerate that a little bit. And then the other thing I thought I would do is just kind of show you maybe up close. This is a 15 by 30 inch canvas, so it's a little hard for me to get close and show you what I'm doing, but we'll take a little break here and see if I can show you. Here, we'll start with the robin. Isn't that fun? Oh, here, you might want to see the eye. I exaggerated, so the eye looks really dark. You can see just a hint of brown in the color part of the eye, but I exaggerated a little bit more for the painting. And there's the feet. I still think I'm gonna lighten up the wire, but I'm gonna wait until I get more of the birds done. And then I don't know if I can get the cardinal in here. Oh, you probably want to see the eye. So I think pretty much the robin and the cardinal are done. Sorry, I'm so wiggly. I'm kind of leaning way over to the left. Oh, you probably want to see the foot maybe. Isn't that fun? It's waving. Okay, hopefully that helps a little bit. Hopefully it's not too awkward either. Now I've got the canvas over my head. Oh, and I did paint it over onto the bottom. All right, so I'm gonna probably work on the last 3 birds and then pop in at the end. I might pop in one more time if I think of something else. But I wanted to let you know I'm adding the bright aqua green to my palette to help brighten up my blues. Okay, guys, I'll be back after a bit. Hey, I'm finished. I'm gonna scoot over a little bit. This turned out to be a really happy, colorful painting. I'm really excited about it. I hope you like it. give you a closer look here. Maybe I'll start this on this side and see how if I can do it pretty well. The cedar waxwing turned out pretty yummy. That's the one with the yellow tip tail. Kind of goes from blue to brown. I think that chickadee in the middle is my favorite. It's like, you know, look at me. And the blue jay. Let's see, I don't know if I've showed you the blue jay's eye. Oh, and then I always have trouble bending over enough so you can see the cardinal. I just love that it has the one leg up waving. I think that's just a lot of fun. Well, I appreciate you guys hanging out with me here in the studio, tagging along while I get this done. I've got to paint, well, I'm going to paint as many paintings as I can for the show in March of 2021 at the gallery, the Artist Cooperative Gallery in downtown Omaha, Nebraska. I'm really excited. It's my first show. I've never done a gallery show, so it'll be a lot of fun. I appreciate all your support. It means the world to me. Great big happy art hugs, and I hope to chat with you soon. Bye, guys.